Alright, so this is my video walkthrough for GEOG354, Geography of Cities. I'm just going to be doing the college area because it's really the only neighborhood in San Diego that I'm incredibly familiar with. So I'm going to start right at my house right here. I live on Mary Lane Drive, which is right around the college area, and I'm going to be going down the College Avenue, or towards College Avenue on Montezuma Road, and just going down there and outlining the different little intricacies that are a part of this neighborhood. Alright, so I'm now walking on Montezuma Road, just a little bit ways down from my house. And one of the really interesting things to me about the neighborhood of the college area is just how much the school shapes the neighborhood and how everything is structured and associated. So right here on this long stretch is just the parking garage. And we've got the Zoom apartments right here, student housing, and some more houses up here and some more dorms leading down Montezuma Road. So you can really see just how much of an influence that San Diego State and the college has on the geography and how everything is structured around this. So you can see, we got some more residential housing here. And yeah, so it's very interesting to see how all that works. So one of the interesting things about the the population, the demographic of people that live around San Diego State is obviously you get a lot of students that are doing temporary housing here, or in some of the apartments or in the dorms. But one thing I find interesting is how there's actually quite a lot of families and quite a lot of people who just aren't really associated with San Diego State at all, who live in the area. Maybe there is a school, a high school or a middle school, I believe, down College or down Montezuma a little bit that way. But yeah, so the demographic is really a unique one. You got a lot of different people from a lot of different places and a lot of different backgrounds who do live here in the college area. Alright, and so walking down Montezuma a little bit more, one of the other interesting things about living by the college area is how many different unique houses you get. So you got dorms right there that you're not going to see in an everyday neighborhood. You've got a sorority house right here and another sorority house over towards the other side of the street. So there's a lot of unique and a lot of different kind of buildings that you're going to see walking around the college area and walking around San Diego State. Coming up right here on the left, we have another unique building, because there's a lot of resources here for the students. So right here we've got the Chabad House, which is kind of a little bit of a Jewish resource center for some of the Jewish students here on campus. Shabbat dinners are held here every other Friday. So yeah, just another unique building that is only here because it's right by the college area. There's housing above too for other Jewish students there. And then coming up on the corner right here, we're getting close to the college and Montezuma intersection. We've got another sorority house right here, and then more dorms over there. That brick dorm is actually the one I was in my freshman year. So yeah, like I said, just a lot of really unique buildings and unique geography here. Right down, this is Montezuma and Rockford, so this is just more residential housing in the main neighborhood that my house is in. But yeah, we'll talk about the intersection of College and Montezuma when we get up there. Alright, so here we are now at the intersection of Montezuma and College. This is probably the busiest intersection that is in the college area. And there's a lot of unique different things here. We're kind of getting more, you can see a lot more of the SDSU campus right over there. You got some dorms and a bunch of different, like the Trader Joe's over there, some restaurants, that are very unique to the college area. Over here we've got, a lot more Greek housing, which again, you wouldn't see in any other just regular neighborhood. But yeah, this is kind of the hub for a lot of what goes on here in the college area and what goes on right next to San Diego State. We've got the Arca right there, and then yeah, this is kind of what gets a little bit away from the residential part of the neighborhood and of what the campus is, but it's an integral part to it and one of the main focal points of it. So walking forward again, I'm going to flip back to the face cam. real quick. That's another really interesting thing that I find about is just how many unique, like I was talking about, how many unique buildings are in the college area because of the nature of the neighborhood. So, you know, we have over here behind me, we have lots of, you know, dorms, and then we have a bunch of businesses that are, you know, right next to campus, basically, not a part of it, but that are built into it, you know, as more resources for the students and such. And then what we're coming up on right here is, you know, like more unique buildings, more kind of iconic areas to the college area. Is this church that I'll be flipping around showing in just a sec. All right, so I'm currently walking in the parking lot to the, you know, this church that we have over there and a preschool right here. You know, the road is still right here, so we're just right on it. Like, we've all walked through this at some point or another. Then we've got, you know, a McDonald's right there, more fraternity and sorority houses over there. And it's just, you know, it's little things like this that make the college area neighborhood so unique and I think so diverse. You know, you wouldn't really expect to see, you know, McDonald's right next to a sorority house, right across the street from a preschool and a church. You're not going to see that in almost any other place other than in the college area neighborhood. So it's really unique, really interesting. And then when we're at when we go up a little bit further, we'll see another unique aspect of like how the actual neighborhoods themselves are divided in half, basically, for where the students live. And we'll also be seeing some more student housing and some more apartments going forward. Right, so right here, this intersection we see right here is Montezuma and Campanile. And that's, you know, kind of like the main entry point to San Diego State is right there. But we're going to be focusing on coming back in the neighborhood on Campanile Drive because there are two main streets in here that are kind of iconic to the college area and where students live. And we're coming up on the first one right here, which is Mary Lane Drive, and then the one past that car is heading towards is Dorothy Drive. So that's where a lot of students live. I mean, there are some families too, but it's majority student housing. And the interesting thing that we'll see when we circle back around towards my house on the other side is it's kind of these Mary Lane and Dorothy Drive down that way are kind of split in two halves. So we've got one half on this side and then another half on the other side. So, you know, we'll end our tour just kind of backtracking towards there. We'll go back to like from another video I've taken earlier. But yeah, it's kind of interesting to see how the neighborhoods are basically split up into two separate entities. All right, so we're coming down towards the end of the college area part of Montezuma. Just wanted to showcase this really quick, how it just this neighborhood now is defined by these two different student housing apartment buildings. So we got Aztec Corner right here, and then I've got College Campanile apartments pretty much all down this street right there from Campanile all the way down to over there where 54th is. We got another dorm right there too. So yeah, I just want to point out again how interesting it is and how this is basically this entire neighborhood is just defined for trying to put up as much housing as humanly possible, you know, to fit the 30,000 plus students that go to San Diego State. I mean, obviously not that many actually live in the area. A lot of them commute, but you know, there needs to be space to fit all of them, and so that's what these areas largely serve for. So yeah. All right, and then next up, I'm just holding the camera this way so that way the sun is behind and you can actually see me. We're gonna be heading back towards my neighborhood to show you how the neighborhoods and the streets of Dorothy Drive and Mary Lane Drive are kind of split in half, and then we'll loop back around to my house. All right, so I'm gonna take this video while skating to be able to show you a little more of the neighborhood because it's a little bit safer here to skate. So that right there we already passed by was the Bob House. It's Montezuma and Rockford right here that we're on, and then you can see as we go forward that you know, there's a Mary Lane right there, and that's the street I live on. My house is down that street there. And then if we keep going forward a little bit down Rockford, you know, as you said, lots of students live here. I actually know a couple people that live on this street, so you know, you can see how densely populated by students it is. But then right over here we've got another Dorothy Drive that goes down and parallels Mary Lane. So there you go. All right, that's pretty much it for the walking tour. It's just you know, a little walk around to of the college area, mainly focusing on College Avenue, or on Montezuma Avenue, and showcasing, you know, all the unique buildings and like how the neighborhood is kind of structured around San Diego State. So I hope you enjoyed.